She's on my tail.
I'm coming around. Just hold on.
I'm hit.
Daytona, pull up, pull up.
Dallas, help me.
Dallas, are you all right? It's a bit early to be waking up.
I'm fine. Thanks, Freya. Sorry I woke you.
Did you have a bad dream?
You could say that.
Want to talk about it?
No. I think I'm gonna go get some air. You should go back to bed. Don't want our talking to wake the others.
Okay. Are you sure you're all right?
I'll be fine.
Mussy, you're up early. What are you doing outside?
Oh, good morning, Memphis. I could say the same to you.
You haven't called me Memphis in a long time.
The other girls and I are getting used to our real names again, at least outside of museum hours.
Well, in that case, Dallas, what's the matter? I always have an early flight to keep myself sharp, but I've never seen you out here before.
It's nothing. Just had a bad dream.
Must have been some dream to shake you up. Did you want to talk about it, little friend?
Ha. You still call me that even though we never actually flew together.
Not us, no. But you flew with plenty of my sisters and protected them. That's enough to meet little friend status.
How did you handle it?
Handle what?
Losing them. I know you served before our escorts were standard practice and losses were really high. You were the first to be sent back home after managing the required 25 missions.
26, actually. My main crew did their 25, but I wound up with an extra one before I was relieved for war bond promotion. Honestly, at the time, it was the hardest thing I had to do. I didn't want to leave my sisters. Yeah, those missions were terrifying, and I saw a lot of my family die, but at least I was with them and felt like I could do something to bring most of them back alive. War bond duty felt so pointless. I know it was necessary, but I resented the celebrity status at first. I was praised while my sisters were still fighting. It didn't seem fair.
Did you ever feel like you let anyone down?
At first, I felt like I was letting them all down, but over time I realized I had done my part. My presence alone wouldn't have changed how a lot of the missions went. Plus, not long after I got home, you and your sisters started the escorts. That made me feel so much better. When I met with my remaining family after the war, they were happy to see me. Proud of me, even, that I went back to tell the story of what they and their crews did.
I see. I'm glad you were able to talk to them again.
I don't mean to pry, but I'm sensing there's a reason for this line of questioning.
There is. I admit it's something I've never told anyone. Not even Sophia.
Well, why not confide in a friend? If this is about the war, then you've been holding this in a long time.
You don't get it. I'm the one everyone looks to for support. So many of our friends and family have had issues lately. Buffy is a hot mess. Gisela only just managed to get the closure she needed. Freya's left with a crazy split personality from war-induced PTSD. Zero just told us about her own trauma. I cannot burden them with my failure. I need to be strong so that they're all okay.
I doubt your friends would ever see you as a burden.
I can't risk it. I can't risk letting them down.
Then talk to me, Dallas. We all have our issues, but I've always admired your family for what you did for mine. Let me help you now if I can.
Are you sure?
As sure as my bombs are heavy.
Well, all right. It was November 8th, 1944. My squadron leader, we called her Des, came to me with an unusual request. We had a newbie joining us for her first mission. Her name was Daytona, our newest baby sister. Sweet as sugar, but very, very green. I could tell her and her pilot's training had been rushed. Des wanted me to keep an eye on her, make sure she stayed safe.
How was that unusual? You always watched each other's backs.
Of course, but Des made it clear that my one job was to keep Daytona alive. She said that the rest of the squad would be all right. She just needed me to help Daytona if she needed it.
And did she need it?
She barely got in the air. Once we reached cruise altitude, she was better, but still nervous. I talked with her while the bombers chattered in the background. That seemed to calm her nerves. But once we were over enemy territory, we came under attack.
But you protected her, right?
At first, but we didn't expect a 262 to show up.
Oh no, a jet was there?
Several. They were so fast. I knew they existed, but hadn't encountered them until that day. Between figuring out how to counter their speed and watching Daytona, I admit I got distracted. I tried to pursue one and didn't realize how far away she had gotten. I told her to stay on my wing, but she fell behind. One of the enemies was good. She took down one of my other sisters, then headed straight for Daytona. She called for help and I turned back, but...
Oh, Dallas, I'm so sorry.
Daytona went down in flames. I don't think her pilot bailed out either. The 262 that got her was chased after by Des and taken down, but Daytona was gone. Des never asked me to do anything ever again, only spoke to me when she had to.
That is heavy. But not to sound insensitive, you must have lost a lot of family during the war. I know I did. Why does this one eat at you?
Because I had one job, one duty: protect Daytona, keep my baby sister alive. And I failed miserably.
No one could have predicted the jets.
No, and I know that. But I keep thinking if I had just paid more attention, I could have saved her, at least cut off that enemy. Maybe she'd be here instead of me.
Would you prefer that?
I don't know. Sometimes. She didn't deserve what happened to her that day.
The world didn't deserve the whole damned war, Dallas. But we get what we get. I can't tell you how to move past this, but I know that all of us are proud to call you friend. I don't think Daytona would want you mourning her forever.
No, she was too innocent for that. Freya reminds me of her sometimes.
Really? That explains why you're so protective of her. She certainly knows how to party.
Thank you for listening to me, Memphis. Really, I feel better being able to tell someone.
Of course. Anytime, little friend.
The sunrise, it's nice to see.
Maybe you should come out here more often. I could always use a flying buddy for my morning exercise.
I think I may.
She's a rock, a friends lean on in their time of need. But deep inside, she's drowning, trapped in memories. Battles fought and wars she couldn't win. Haunted by the guilt, it's tearing her within. In the chaos of the battlefield, she stood alone, torn between duty and saving a life. She couldn't condone tears stained her face as she watched it all unfold. Carrying this burden, it's a story yet untold. Broken pieces lie beneath the fragile smile. She wears her guilt like armor. Though it's been a while, Dallas holds the weight of the world upon her chest. But she can't forget the one she couldn't save, no matter the pain suppressed.